The passion runs deep here in Norman, Oklahoma, or as they say, sooner born and sooner bred, and when I die, I'll be sooner dead. Welcome to Oklahoma and the home of the Sooners. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, a group with a lot to prove here today. Taking on another SEC rival, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Oklahoma's offense takes the field for the first time today. And they're led out there by a man who will carry the ball plenty in this one, guys.
Well, it's real simple. He's the best player on their team. They have got to force-feed this guy the football, David.
No doubt about it. The offense goes through him. Excited to see how they built this off.
Hit the afterburners, kid. The 40. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25. The Sooners want to pick up the tempo. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Yeah, and that's back-to-back games. This guy's notched a sack, starting to be a problem. A guy that's diagnosing passes, rushing the passer really, really well. This defense could use this guy's production consistently.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
Yeah, and the defensive line, you know, 3rd and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on 3rd down.
The Sooners line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. One matchup to watch in this one is how well do the backers tackle in space, David?
Yeah, and you've got to have great linebackers to get this guy on the ground, and they've got it. So it's going to be an interesting matchup, a lot of head-to-head battles, linebacker versus running back.
Yeah, tackling him in space, but also covering him out of the backfield. These two dudes are going to be shadowing each other all game long.
Leaves it with the back. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that one play.
You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. From the gun, the ground game. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Keeps the legs moving. That'll be enough for a 1st down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
Man, this guy is exciting to watch. When he has the ball in his hands, he can make magic happen. They're going to throw it to him. They're going to hand it off to him. They're going to get him the ball in a variety of ways, and they're doing it early in this game.
And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the 1st quarter. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the 1st quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. Running back searching for a hole. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Quick pass on the fly motion. Able to fight his way ahead for a pickup of 4, but they're still left with a 4th and 2. This offense gets into plus territory. They're going to go for it regardless of their field goal kicker's range. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these 1st downs any way you can. And sometimes it's not going to be easy, and you can't just do it conventionally and handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football is a game of inches, and you've just got to find the angles to give yourself an advantage. That creative play call right there really helped them.
That's a really good job by the defense, reacting to what they see. They see the quarterback flip it forward on the touch pass. Now I got to go get it, right? Corral that football. He picked up some yards, yeah, but you didn't give up that big explosive play. And now you have to make him earn it now on the next down.
Holding, offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. 2nd down coming up. Handoff from the gun. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. From the gun, running back gets to give. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Got enough space.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, heat that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Lining up for the PAT. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Back to pass. It's locked. It's complete to the right. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Sooners will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Catches it at the 15. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Here comes the offense onto the field again. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill. And
just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Oh, look out. There he goes. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Kept it on the ground on first down. Let's see what they do on second. With jet sweep pass. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere. And I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the Jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Sooners will kick it off to start the second half. From inside the 10, here he comes. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. Looking for a productive play on first down. Going to the run to start this second half. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Little touch pass to the receiver. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Across the 45. Oh, look out! The 10! And no one is going to catch him. Cruises into the end zone for a touchdown.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Army is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winners Blanchard and Davis and Dawkins among the legends to wear that uniform. They're trailing by just 4 to Old Dominion. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Took a shot as he threw. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. After the incompletion, looking at second down. Looking for a man. It's locked. Throws to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. The Sooners moving quickly to the line.
Well, he's able to make it easy after that catch, and I think his speed is something that just scares DBs to death. And you think about great Oklahoma receivers recently, guys like CeeDee Lamb, Sterling Shepard, Hollywood Brown. DBs gave them so much cushion because they were afraid they were going to get run by, and I think that's how defenses treat this guy too. With his speed and his playmaking ability, he scares you to death, and that cushion helps him out tremendously.
He's brought down solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Touch pass on the right. Off he goes. The 10. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown Sooners. When that receiver got 3, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it with an explosive play in the passing game, scoring from 47 yards out. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. On first down, here comes this offense. The give from the gun. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Offense gets set for 2nd down. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. This offense has a 2nd down play. The run from the shotgun. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Offense breaks the huddle. It's third down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Gets it inside the 10. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut, or I can throw it and I just spread me out and make me defend so many things. And you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure. Just short of the first down. He'll try to pop the draw. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
They needed only 1 yard. Good job by the offensive line, getting just enough push to keep this drive alive.
The give to the lone running back. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Quick pass on the fly motion. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. He'll bring it back from inside his spot. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play call. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game. So a lot to process and think about.
That last one was just a crushing penalty for this defense. Here comes 2nd and 1. Scanning the field. It's locked. Good timing on the quick out. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. Fresh set of downs after the completion. They'll throw it on first down. They're bringing heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. He's looking to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He's going up top here late in the game. Oh, picked off. Got some room to run. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. 3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
When you think about when you hit those guys on the move, man, he's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's a really easy.
Got some room headed to the goal line. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Gets it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Salt interwound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Sooner offense returns to the field. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
Back to throw. It's locked. Keeps the play going. Got his man downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Got to get everyone set. They spike it to stop the clock. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Coming after him. They're trying to get to it. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high, and wide on that one. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. And quickly to the line of scrimmage, they spike it and stop the clock. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He's looking to throw. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. And they'll come to the line and try to draw a little bit closer on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. With a virtually insurmountable deficit this late in the game, might as well try to put a little window dressing on it. They'll go for it, 4th and goal. From the gun. And he's got it! Touchdown, Oklahoma!
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's put the college football world on notice.
hope it's automatic. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive. Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. They got it, able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. One more play to pad the stats. Corners are going to bail. Here's a throw downfield late. Falls incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you will perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team incredibly mentally tough right now, David.
And you start to build that mental toughness when you start to string together positive weeks and you start to string together positive plays. Now you know you can do it. It's not, we talked about it in the offseason, oh, we want to do this. Now you're starting to execute it and put it together on the field.
That's going to do it for us from here.
it.